Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor. On behalf of the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation, thank you to Alaska Public Media for sponsoring Hangar Flying. We are glad that you could join us this evening, and we are happy to have Antoinette Radick back on our program to talk about her career in aviation. Welcome back to Hangar Flying, Antoinette.
Hello again.
On a previous show, we talked about what it takes to be an aircraft mechanic and about your job with an airline in Anchorage. So, being honest, a lot of people might be surprised to hear that you're a mechanic. There aren't a lot of females in the maintenance field at all. I think according to the Federal Aviation Administration, there's about 4% of aircraft mechanics are female. So how did you get interested in becoming an aircraft mechanic?
Well, when I was growing up as a kid, I always wanted to do what all the other girls weren't doing. So, and I went, that's just what I always wanted to do. I wanted to do something that, somebody else wouldn't expect. So it's a challenge, and I like challenges.
And might you have been a little bit of a tomboy?
Yes, very much.
So you're not from Alaska originally, and I know you came here for your job. How did you find that job?
Well, I was looking for an adventure, and the first place, well, there was two choices, Alaska and Hawaii. Two different extremes as well, hot, cold. Alaska was the first place that got back to me, and I just said, I'll take it, because how do you, what's the point of life if you don't take chances? So.
And trying something new was definitely something you were interested in.
Oh yeah, and I was really excited, and I'm so glad I made that decision.
So what's been the most challenging part of your job since you've been here? Something that maybe you didn't expect, or something that surprised you?
The most challenging thing, I guess, would be to, sometimes things have to be done quickly, and you have to make sure that you're including safety in that and airworthiness. And that's challenging for me, is to work fast and efficient. And it's because I'm new to the field still. I need more experience, so it takes me just a little bit longer to kind of complete some tasks. But my main priority is make sure that I'm doing it correctly. And I think that's probably the most challenging.
And I think that's probably typical for somebody with a very short time in the industry as well. And as you get to learn the job, it'll all become second.
Yeah, it's all new to me still. So, you can never really know everything about aviation. You always have to have an open mind to keep learning. So
what are your long-term career plans? What do you see yourself doing in 15 years?
Well, I actually want to get into mechanical engineering, and I want to travel the world. So that's where I don't see myself really settling anywhere. I kind of want to leave my footprints around the globe.
Well, Alaska's a great place to start.
It is.
Is there any advice that you might have for somebody who is considering a career as an aircraft mechanic, maybe a female, or even just a person that might not have thought about that previously? What advice would you give them?
Confidence, that's a big factor. Don't be overconfident, but have enough confidence in yourself that you know what you're doing. Don't give up. Don't let anybody bring you down. And, have a little bit of thick skin, and positive. Be positive. I think that's a big thing right there. So.
Any advice on how somebody might develop that confidence? Because that's not always something that comes naturally to people, especially if they haven't been exposed to aviation. I know you didn't grow up in an aviation family with a lot of pilots and mechanics and airplanes around. So any ways that people might get that confidence without actually being in the field?
That's a really hard question. I guess knowledge is power. Read. You got a question? Ask somebody that knows. if they don't know, ask someone else that might know. Study, because the more that you gain knowledge by reading, the more that you're going to understand it and the more confidence that you're going to get within yourself. But some people don't always carry confidence, but it does start within. It always does. You just got to find a way to get it.
And that's great advice, to study and read. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being here. We wish you luck with your career, and it's been a real pleasure having you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this program, I encourage you to become a member of the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation. Our scholarship program helps support new professionals in the aviation industry. These folks are the future of aviation, and we are pleased to highlight them and encourage them in their careers. We support and appreciate you tuning in to Hangar Flying. Until next time, fly safely.